Hi students, welcome to our physics class. So today we are going to learn an important question for 4 marks in 10th class physical science, maybe 8 marks also according to new paper. In the chapter classification of elements and the periodic table, define modern periodic law and discuss the construction of long form of periodic table. So important long form of periodic table means modern periodic table. So what is a modern periodic law? So you know, in a modern periodic table, elements and their properties are explained based on their atomic numbers, electronic configuration. That is why modern periodic law what is. So for this question, first we want to write what is modern periodic law. So what is modern periodic law? The physical and chemical properties of elements or the periodic functions of their atomic numbers. This is called modern periodic law. So the physical and chemical properties of the elements are explained based on atomic number and electronic configuration. This is modern periodic law for short answer and very short answer also important, students. Next, discuss the construction of long form of periodic table. Long form of periodic table can also be called modern periodic table. Modern periodic table, another name is long form of periodic table. Mendeleev's periodic table is a short form of periodic table. So what are main important features present in this modern periodic table? First one, it has 18 vertical columns called 18 groups. You know, vertical column is called groups. In the modern periodic table, there are 18 vertical columns called 18 groups. Next point, it has 7 horizontal rows called 7 periods. Second point, students, horizontal row is called period. That means addu varsalanu manamu periods antam, niluvu varsalanu groups antam. Niluvu varsalu ante in English vertical columns, addu varsalu ante horizontal rows. Next, based on maximum number of electrons accommodated in a shell. So students, you can see here, based on maximum number of electrons accommodated in a shell. You may have learned, according to Bohr's model of atom, every shell, every orbit can store some maximum number of electrons which is equal to 2n square. Using that concept, based on maximum number of electrons accommodated in a shell each period in the modern periodic table. Each period in the modern periodic table. Each period in the modern periodic table is filled with some elements. Some elements like period number and number of elements. So every period has some number of elements. So how many elements can be filled in a period? So this is taken from maximum number of electrons accommodated in a shell. For example, if you take a period number 1, it has 2 elements. Period number 2, it has 8 elements. Period number 3, it has 8 elements. Period number 4, it has 18 elements. Period number 5, it has 18 elements. Period number 6, it has 32 elements. Period number 7, it is incompleted period. Incompleted period. This is important for bits also, students. In the modern periodic table, which period is incompleted period? 7th period. So this is next point. Next point, what is? Elements in a group. Elements in a group. Elements in a group have similarity in their properties. Elements in a group have similarity in their properties because elements in a group have same valency and valence electrons. So in any group, all the elements, if you take any group, elements in that group should have same number of valence electrons, same number of valency. That is why they show similarity in their properties. Next, based on the subshell name of into which the differentiating electron or final electron goes, all the elements in the periodic table, all the elements in the periodic table are classified as S block, P block, D block and F block elements. Yes, you can see clearly, students. Based on the subshell name into which final electron goes. It means that if you take electron configuration for any element, for example, we are taking a sodium, its atomic number 11, final electron of sodium is the 11th electron. So this 11th electron goes into which subshell? Subshell S or subshell B or subshell D or subshell F. We are going to check by writing electron configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. 2 electrons, 4 electrons, 4 plus 2, 10 electrons and 11. This is the 11th one. It is the final electron. It is the final electron for sodium. It is going into which subshell? S. So sodium belongs to subshell S. So similarly, if the final electron goes into subshell P, the element belongs to P block. If the final electron of any element goes into D subshell, it belongs to D block. If the final element goes into the subshell F, then it belongs to F block. So, based on the subshell name into which final electron goes, all the elements in the periodic table are classified as S block, P block, F block and D block elements. Next point. In the modern periodic table, at the bottom, there are lanthanoids and actinoids. Lanthanoids and actinoids are the modern. In the modern periodic table, at the bottom there are lanthanoids and actinoids. 4F elements are called lanthanoids. 4F elements are called lanthanoids. 4F elements are called lanthanoids. 5F elements are called actinoids. 5F elements are called actinoids. 4F elements means, so the final electron of every lanthanoid element goes into 4F subshell. The final electron of every actinoid element goes into 5F subshell. Next, so in every period from 1 to 6, in every period from 1 to 6, in every period from 1 to 6, at the end, inert gaseous element is there. Elements are there. That is helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon and radon. 1 to 6. First period helium. First period ends with helium. Second period neon. Third period argon. Fourth period krypton. Fifth period xenon. Seventh period radon. So these are important features. The answer is enough to write for this question, students. Define modern periodic law, discuss the construction of long form of periodic table, most important one. So first we want to write modern periodic table, and then this is modern periodic table can also be called long form of periodic table. It has 18 vertical columns called 18 groups. It has 7 horizontal rows called 7 periods. So based on maximum number of electrons accommodated in a shell, each period in the modern periodic table is filled with some elements like period number, number of elements. First period 2 elements, second period 8 elements, third period 8 elements, fourth one 18, fifth one 18, sixth period 32, seventh period is incompleted period. So elements in a group have similarity in their properties because their valencies are same, number of valence electrons are same. Based on the subshell name into which final electron goes, all the elements in the modern periodic table are classified as S block elements, P block elements, D block elements and F block elements. In the modern periodic table, at the bottom there are 2 separate horizontal rows having elements which are called lanthanoid elements, actinoid elements. 4F elements are called lanthanoids, 5F elements are called actinoids. So in every period from 1 to 6, at the end inert gaseous elements are there. So most important questions, students. For many important topics with a clear answer and explanation, you can follow our channel. Channel is Physics Krishna Reddy.